Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to another video. I wrote at the top today that I'm going to be offering you some gifts because I have so much to give to you and I'm so excited. But I'm also going to speak a little bit about the idea of following inner guidance. Do you struggle following with inner guidance? Do you know what that means to follow inner guidance? Do you have trust in your inner guidance system? Do you need help discerning between what is inner guidance and what is our ego? Let me know, friends. I would love to hear from you. Feel free to answer my questions in the comments. It just really helps me to know you, and I care about you. And so I want to make sure that I make videos and content and just things to support you in your journey. So it's really helpful for me to know where you're at with all this stuff. And if you guys have been around any period of time, you know that inner guidance is one of the most important teaching tools for me, because if we can learn how to come into accord with our inner guidance system, we can then be guided and led in our lives from a power that is greater than ourselves. And instead of meddling through the difficulties of everyday life, which there's tons of drama, conflict, and chaos and overwhelm that can swim around us in this world, but when we have that centered inner guidance and we have trust in that and we can follow that, we lean into a miraculous life, my friends. We learn into a much more joyful, purpose-filled life. And so I want that for you. I want you to be happy and to claim everything that is your birthright. And so everything I do here at the channel is for that. But before I get to what your gifts are, and before I get to a little bit more of a teaching on following inner guidance, which, by the way, today's talk is only going to be about 10 or 15 minutes, and I'll share with you why. So in regards to everything, you guys know I've been showing up here live for you guys at 10 o'clock on Wednesdays for the last year. I think I started this like last June, and where are we? We're in like September. And so I've done a lot of videos. I've gone live every single week and I've loved it. I love joining with you guys. I really love the idea of coming together and like you just meeting me, and then I get to meet you, and just like having that real relationship really matters to me. And so this year has been really nourishing in many, many ways. And I've loved to join with you beautiful souls. And yet over the course of this year, what has been incredible is just so much growth has happened. Growth has happened in my own mind and heart. I've really worked through a lot of my own blocks, which I'm happy to share all those details with you on this channel. But I've also just grown, and like I've attracted a beautiful team, and our team is growing, and my ideas and visions for this channel and for you is growing, and I'm so inspired and I'm so lit up, and I feel so grateful that I get to do the work I do every day and what I love to do every day, and it's part of my purpose. It's just such a gift. But with all that being said, and with all the growth that's happening, you guys, everything that's coming down the pipes is to better support you. And it's coming to that point where doing these lives every Wednesday isn't the most helpful and beneficial for you and for the growth of everything that is happening. So I feel like today is going to be my last formal Wednesday at 10 a.m. showing up. Doesn't mean I'm never going to go live again, but I might do them more spontaneous. I might do them more in the moment when there's something that's on my heart to share instead of just showing up on Wednesdays. But you better believe that I will have even more content for you. My goal is to have 2 recorded videos out to you every single week. Right now we have 1. You guys know that Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. is when I've been sharing my new videos. Just this last Saturday, we launched my video with Marianne Williamson on the Mystic Jesus. And if you haven't seen it yet, it's one of my favorite interviews of all time so far, because there's going to be many more. And I think you're going to love it and really benefit from it. So you can find that on the top of my channel. But I feel like this is my announcement to say that I'm not going to be formally going live anymore. And so I wanted to let you all know so that I didn't just drop you and peace out. But with that being said, I couldn't leave you without letting you know that I have a lot of things that I am offering as gifts to you. And I will start with the 2 gifts that I've been offering for a while. And then I will offer you a 3rd one right now. Hello, beautiful people. Hello, Carol Ann. I'm so glad you're here. I love when you come. But the first 2 things is my weekly gatherings for my A Course in Miracles study group. The thing with the study group is there is a beginning and an end, right? We started together with chapter 1, the miracles of principles, and we've worked our way to chapter 18. So we're going to go all the way to chapter 30 because it's just what's up. And this is a space where we come together in a Zoom room where it's so supportive and it's so safe and everyone feels heard and we are all equals. And like, it's a beautiful place to share our ego difficulties, but it's also a place to experience those miracles and shifts in perception that really bring peace to our hearts. And so it's such a practical, powerful beautiful group that I wanted to invite you. If you don't already have a study group and you want a study group and you're called to maybe studying deeper with me and our community, then meet us on Tuesdays. Okay. At 1 o'clock, we meet for a question, like a Q&A. So we do a question and answer every single week where we just come and we chat and we share and we ask and we pray and we listen for 30 minutes. And then at 1:30, we start the actual diving into the material and going through the textbook together. If you didn't want to stay for the study group, you do not have to. You can just come for the question and answer, but both are available for you every single week to participate in. And you're welcome no matter where you're at. You could be a new course student. You could be a scholar who's been doing this forever. You could be someone who's just interested and uncertain. You don't have to have gone through all the previous chapters in order to meet with us. We can help fill in the gaps if you would so like, and everything is recorded if you wanted to go back and watch it anyway. But it's free, it's private, it's not public, and so people tend to feel a little bit more open within themselves to share if it's private. So I welcome you. I'll make sure I put links below. There are links below for you to check it out. Another thing that is a gift that we give freely away to the world forever and always. Like, I never charge for my study groups. You can donate, and I thank you for your generosity and your giving, and it's appreciated and welcomed. But I don't charge anything because, to me, everything that has to do with A Course in Miracles should be free. It is a gift to humanity. It should be able to reach everyone, everywhere, no matter what. Right. And so when it comes to the Sparkly A Course in Miracles, I think you know that I am its distributor and its publisher now. And it's been some miracles that have happened to enable that to happen. And I will definitely share that story with you all at a later date. But our mission at the Sparkly is to make A Course in Miracles, the Sparkly edition. I don't mean to call it Sparkly. That's just like my little cute little pet nickname for it. It's the A Course in Miracles. But our goal with the A Course in Miracles is to make it freely available to all. So we literally give these books away for free. We ask that you pay for shipping because then it doesn't have to come out of our pocket to get you the book, but we want you to have the book. So if you don't have one of these yet and you want one, there's a link below. You can download the PDF for free if you want, or you can order a book and we will ship it to you. All you have to do is pay for shipping. So that's another gift that I'm giving away for free now and forever. Let me know if you use the Sparkly. Do you like the Sparkly? What version do you use? Doesn't really matter. You can use anyone. What's the A Course in Miracles is the A Course in Miracles. What matters is your inner teacher, the inner guidance. So if you take Jesus as your teacher of the course, you could do any edition. It doesn't really matter. But this is the one that was brought to me, and this is the one I'm meant to give to the world. So it is what it is if you're here in my space. But I love you guys. So those are the two main things. And then the last thing that I wanted to do was, do you guys ever use your A Course in Miracles book as like an oracle? Like, have you ever used it where you just like spin it open and you just kind of land on whatever you're supposed to land on? Have you ever done that? Do you ever do that? I do that all the time. I do that all the time because sometimes, as we're taught in A Course in Miracles, we don't know what we don't know. And so we must ask so that we can know. That's part of inner guidance, right? So you need to ask, and your asking is your invitation for higher thoughts and higher wisdom to come on in. But if we don't ask, then we can't receive in totality in the way we need to because of free will. So we have to want to hear and see, and we will hear and see. But for as long as we don't want to and we don't ask, we won't. And so that's a big practice. So for me, sometimes when I need to know something, if I want an answer to something, if I want to feel peace in some way, if I'm struggling and I need help, if I have a question and I don't have an answer, I will literally just go like this with the book and land on a page. So I want to do that for all of us. Yay, you haven't, but yeah, you should try it. It's really, really helpful. I want to do it with you all. I feel like you guys who are here, this is going to be for you. Those who are watching on replay, it'll include you because that's how the divine plan works. So I'm just going to go like this, and I'm going to see what we land on. And I'm going to ask that what we read today, it's just going to be short. Like, I think maybe I'll pull out 1 or 2 sentences from whatever I land on, whether it's a lesson or whether it's a text, and we'll dive into those 2 sentences. And then that's kind of your takeaway, your gift for today. It can be your mantra that you use, your prayer that you use to take with you for the rest of the day. So it's your gift. This is a gift. There's no greater gift than the thoughts of God. There's no greater gift. So let's just see what we land on, and what we land on will be most helpful for you guys today and is the message that you need to receive in this present moment. So if you want to take a moment with me and pause, as we do with every time we come together, which is the beginning of our nod to the universe, to Jesus, to inner guidance, saying, I'm here, I'm available. Speak to me and through me. Okay. So this is where we're going to land today. Ooh. So the place that I landed today is in the text. And I landed in chapter 29. Okay, chapter 29. That's at like the end of the textbook. There's 31 chapters. And this is chapter 29, and the chapter is called The Awakening. And I must say that is quite fitted even in and of itself, because I do believe that the majority of us here know that we are beautiful souls here walking the planet, and that our creator is God, and that we have a part to play in God's plan for peace. We might not know what it is. We might not know how to access it, but we know that it's there, and we want to fulfill our purpose, and we want to be in joy, and we want to hear his voice, and we want to do the best we can to help ourselves and to help others and be happy. Like, that's just what we want, right? If I'm wrong, let me know. I'm going to have to say that that's probably what's up. That's how I feel, and that's what I'm here for. And so with that being said, we are here for a purpose. And at first, we choose to be here to experience ourselves as separate from God. That's where all of the pain comes from. That's where all the overwhelm and fear and stress comes from. But eventually, we come upon the awakening path. And we find ourselves in a position where we realize, wow, maybe I'm here for something else. Maybe I am here for a purpose. Maybe I am here to make a difference. Maybe I am here to be the light of the world. And we start to open up to a positive reason for us being here, a reason that may be blessed by our creator. And so the awakening is part of that. We are here to awaken to the truth of our being. We are here to awaken to our reality, which is that God created us as a soul and we are eternal. And thus we are safe in that identity. We are safe in that reality, but we need mind training in order to remember that. We need forgiveness to correct our misperceptions in order to remember that. And so knowing that we are here for the great awakening, which is what Jesus would call us, is so important, because that becomes our goal. If we are awake in that awakened reality, we are happy, we are free, we're filled with purpose and like miracles. And so knowing that that is our goal, we can then take the steps which are the means in order to reach that goal, right? So our goal together is the awakening, the great awakening. That's actually why we are here. And when we wake up, we can help others to wake up, because when we're illuminated, you can't not let your light shine into the other minds. Like, it just happens naturally and automatically because we share one mind. And so this is all part of it. And so the section in the awakening that we all have a part in, there's a section that is called the changeless dwelling place. The changeless dwelling place. Okay. If you have your sparkly or you're interested, it's on page 671. The changeless dwelling place. I'm even going to pause there, because the changeless dwelling place is reminding us that inside of our hearts and inside of our minds, we have a place that is changeless. And what is changeless is what is real. We're told in A Course in Miracles that what is perishable is not real. What is changeless is of God. And we're told that there is a changeless reality, a changeless dwelling place within you. And we are learning how to dwell in that place always. Jesus will also call it the quiet center. Jesus also will call it sometimes like the holy instant. And so we're learning how to come into that changeless dwelling place, that quiet center. Okay. And from that place is where we are guided in all of our daily doings and all of our busy doings during the day. So this idea of coming into the changeless dwelling place and to knowing that it exists and is there for you, for me, for all. That's why I pause, right? To bring us into that dwelling place, that quiet center. And then from that quiet center, we can do in the world. So that's so important. Like, if we remember the 3 parts of like being in the world, generally people will do things and then maybe they'll listen to some other ideas and maybe change their ways and learn a few things. But Jesus in the A Course in Miracles switches like the doing, listening, learning category, and he flips it on his head. And he says, the first thing we need to do is listen to my voice, listen to the inner guidance system, listen, which means time for contemplation, time for prayer, time for meditation, time for going for walks, clearing your mind, going exercising, clearing your mind, so that you can hear and you can listen and you can receive. Listening is first. And then we learn to undo error, which is basically getting out of your own way. Get rid of the past, get rid of the grievances, get rid of the pain, get rid of the fear, get rid of the uncertainty. And that's what we do through the mind training courses and the lessons of A Course in Miracles. They help us with that. And then the third step is doing. You do as guided. You do as your soul directs you. You do once you feel that call and that pull in your heart to do. So even like with these videos, every single time I came on here, I was so happy to be here because I knew that this is where I was supposed to be. And so it was in alignment with my purpose and exactly what I'm here for, because there was the joy. I've started to not feel that joy in the last like 2 weeks because I've known that it's time to end this. And so you have to pay attention to where's the joy and where is the lack of joy. Joy is always of God. It will lean you in the direction of purpose and where you're supposed to go. Resistance, uncertainty, unwillingness, worry, like just uncertainty, that which is not changeless, is a sign that perhaps you're supposed to be doing something else. So we have to pay attention to that. And sometimes that resistance is a resistance to do what we know we're supposed to do. And so we have to bust through that resistance. But sometimes it's guidance and it's saying, no, that's not in alignment with you. Let's do something else. So it depends. It depends. It depends. It depends. But before I read the one sentence in here at the beginning, just to get us started on the changeless dwelling place, I'm going to see what you guys are saying. Praise in the dance. Let us awaken now and always, my friends. Amen, my friends. Let us awaken now and always. And so it is. Hi, Burned. Hello, lovely people. Thank you, Burned, for mentioning great colors. You know what? This is a new thing. This is part of the change, right? I had that black chair before, and like I was kind of inspired to wear black because people were telling me that that's kind of like the best, Speaking of Marianne, like she wears black all the time. And so I'm like, maybe that works for me. But then in talking to some of my new team members, they're like, no, Britt, like the white works for you, like the white chair and the white background. And then the color works for me because I'm lively. Like I'm like, you Burn, you always wear so many colors. And so colors are coming back, my friend. I'm going to be wearing different colors each day because part of what I'm offering to you guys as well is really paying attention to who I'm speaking to. And depending on who I'm speaking to, I'm going to have a different color on because I want to make sure that you know that I'm speaking to you. And sometimes I'm speaking to people who grew up with Jesus and were Christian, religious, and then left the church, but still want to have a relationship with Jesus, but aren't sure how. That's one person. But then sometimes I'm talking to you people who are A Course in Miracles students and you've been doing this for a long time, but you love listening to things that help you to further apply it and integrate it and remind yourself of what is true and feel that synergy and that recognition of the one mind, blah, blah, blah. Some people also are really struggling in life and it's really, really, really difficult for them. And life is really, really, really hard and their relationships are messed up and they feel messed up and it's just so confused and chaotic. And they're my people too. And so I need to speak to all of you guys in a little bit of a different flair. And so I'm going to do so very strategically. So you can keep an eye open for that in my future videos, my friends. I'm going to let you know all of this good stuff that's coming down the pipes. I'm so excited. All coming from the changeless dwelling place. Oh, there you go, my friend. You're coming out of Mormonism into the kingdom within. Amen. Hallelujah. Congratulations. And I say it like that because it's brave to step out of what we were born into. Like that takes a lot of courage. And what I was just talking about a few minutes ago with the whole resistance to do something that you need to do. Like I'm sure there was a long period of time where you were hitting up that resistance with Mormonism and you're like, yeah, no, I don't think this is working anymore. But sometimes it takes a while for us to finally make that decision to turn in another direction and to do something else. So the fact that you let go of your past in that way, but then opened to the kingdom of heaven within, which means you're actually really seeking truth, then Jesus is going to lead you to that kingdom within. We don't have to leave the baby with the bathwater. That's what I always like to say. It's not like we have to leave Jesus at the side of the road, but bring him up, clean him off, get rid of all the indoctrination, and let's have a direct, personal, intimate relationship with him that is through direct inner guidance that can transform my mind and life so that I can help be a beacon and a demonstration to others that it is possible. And that to me is the kingdom within, right? So good for you. I'm celebrating you and I'm grateful you shared that with us. You are so not alone. There are so many people like that. And Jade, you're saying yes, colors. Yes, colors. You guys, I needed to come on here and have this confirmation. You have no idea. Like the spirit in you guys is speaking to me. Thank you. How about 18 years? You say 18 years is a long time of commitment, and I'm so grateful. That's amazing. You say you praise in the dance. We must let go of, I think that says religion. It's behind a heart, which is cute. But it says we must let go of religion as our God. Yes. Actually, that's a video that I just made and I've already talked about it. But the interview that I did with Marianne Williamson on Saturday, that was a big part of our conversation is how does mystic Jesus differ from a Christian Jesus or a religious institution? Because we don't have to have a relationship with Jesus with an institution in the middle. We don't need a pastor or a priest to interpret these things for us. We need to learn how to get out of our own way so we can have that direct relationship to Christ. It's about a direct relationship to him. And the only way we can do that is by letting all of our past thoughts, including religion and indoctrination, to leave to leave, so that we can have that direct experience. So I'm so grateful to hear that you're on that path and you're sharing that with us. So keep on sharing with us. I would love to hear more from you. So let's see. Let's conclude here, and then we will say our goodbyes for today. But I'm going to come back every single week, like I told you, just not in this Wednesday format. Although I will spontaneously, because I still want to finish those miracle principles, and I'm not done with them yet, but they will come out in their inspired moments. So I'm going to read you these sentences. I'm so excited. Are you ready? There is a place in you where this whole world has been forgotten, where no memory of sin and of illusion lingers still. There is a place in you in which time has left, and echoes of eternity are heard. There is a resting place so still, no sound except a hymn to heaven rises up to gladden God, the Father, and the Son. Where both abide are they remembered both, and where they are is heaven and is peace. Think not that you can change their dwelling place, for your identity abides in them, and where they are forever must you be. Breathe into that, my friends. We are being reminded that the changeless dwelling place, the kingdom within, is within us. And in that changeless dwelling place in the kingdom is God the Father and his beloved Son, which includes Jesus, but also includes us. And so we are being reminded that where God and Jesus are, which is in our hearts and minds, that is where we are too. So we must return ourselves to heaven, to the kingdom, so that we can remember the oneness that we share, so we can remember the purpose that we share, so we can remember the vision that we share. And this vision gets illuminated from inside, allows us to clear through all the blocks and misperceptions, to look on the real world, heaven here. And when we start to look upon that and start to look upon the light and start to look upon the glorious child of God that is in every single one of us, we will know that the kingdom is what is real, and that this changeless dwelling place can be trusted. We can trust it. We can put our trust in it, and we can return to it more and more every day, in the quiet spaces, in the in-between moments, in the times that we can remember to pause. It is everything. So my friends, if you want to read more of this section, like I said earlier, it's called The Changeless Dwelling Place, page 671 in chapter 29 of the A Course in Miracles Sparkly Edition. And so with that being said, my friends, that's my gift to you, to remember that the changeless dwelling place is within you, and that it is your divine destiny to allow yourself to turn off the outer world and turn within, so that you can experience this changeless reality for yourself, and know that you are home here now, inside of your heart and inside of your mind. And we will return to that love, to that glorious space more and more every single day, so we can do in the world from this quiet center, from this changeless dwelling place. And so it is. And so it is, my friends. So that's our conversation for today. I hope that it was helpful in some way. I hope you can take this idea of the changeless dwelling place with you into your day and remember it all throughout the day, and know that sometimes all it takes is just a moment of pause. That's it. It doesn't have to be this long, drawn out meditation, although those are important too. Just a moment of pause to come back into your quiet center and start again. Okay. So if you guys have any further questions for me, feel free to ask them below. Like I said, if you want to stay connected with me, definitely join my Course in Miracles study group. You can also stay connected with me on my email, like on my newsletter. I send it in a newsletter email like every 2 weeks, and I try and give you guys updates and share what I'm moving through, and just be as honest and authentic and vulnerable as possible, because let's get real. I'm here making videos and bringing a voice to all these teachings, but I'm still learning and applying it with y'all, right? Like, we're doing this together. Like, if we're on planet Earth, we got stuff to learn. And so I'm not going to hide that from you. I'm going to apply that with you, so that I can demonstrate how to use the course and how to be at peace and how to live our purpose here. So keep on keeping on. Thank you too, Carol Ann. I'm so grateful you're here. And I definitely look forward to seeing you guys in all other avenues. And don't forget to keep an eye on my videos that come out every Saturday. And soon they'll be coming out on Wednesday as well. And like and subscribe if you haven't, so that you're notified. Okay. I'm so glad it was helpful for you. Praise and the dance. I hope to see you again in the comment section of my other videos or gatherings and so forth. Thank you for the love, Jade. I love you guys. Sending so much love. Have a blessed and beautiful day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.